Hey, welcome to BCB Live, the safest station in the nation. We're going to talk a little freight to each and every one of you, and that goes out because it's important as we begin and get into the new year that we quickly realize what's going on, using the data to help us make the best decisions. This is Freight in Review. The new year has started kind of odd, right? We've had a lot of weather come in. We do see the volume. So here we go to the volume at 10,352. I'm pointing way over here, and the volume is fairly low. All right, we're coming off the two holiday periods right here. We have the new year. Here it is right here. And then the beginning of the year starts. It always starts a little slower, but I do think the weather has made an impact. Not as much freight today being shipped out. Now, what that means is that you got to be ready for next week. You know, because I think freight is getting shipped out. It's just not getting picked up, all of it right now. We do have bad roads, bad weather conditions, appointments getting rescheduled. Eventually that comes back. And eventually, and probably into next week, you're going to see a big increase in freight being shipped out. Know this, that as a broker, you may give away more margin next week unless you price accordingly. And as a trucking company, you should be getting more money today and especially next week on that spot market lane. Don't accept what you had last week or the week before. You should be and must be asking for more money because there's more freight out there. To go into that, we see the same thing on the reefer. Actually, the reefer volume has actually stayed pretty consistent, meaning that you should continue to price that spot market reefer freight fairly high. Saying no to don't say no to any of that freight either. That freight volume is out there on the reefer side. But check this out. The rejection rate, we saw less freight. Right? 10,300 shipments being shipped out. The rejection rate is higher than it was with a couple 3,000 more shipments throughout all of last year. At almost 5% rejection rate, freight, although there's not that much being shipped out, right? You saw that. So much more of that's being rejected today. Telling you this right here, again, if you have trucks, you should be asking and getting more money on the spot market side. You probably are receiving more offers on the contracted freight, okay? As a broker, if you're a broker, hey, odds are you're paying out more, right? Continue, though, to focus on paying out less, losing less money where you can do it to increase those margins. And here we see right here when we look at the reefer outbound injection, it's still at 9.5%. So very high tells me that you on that truck side should be asking for money, decent money on that brokerage side, on that spot market side, I'm sorry. Now check this out. When we look at the initial report on the contracted rates are significantly higher than what they've been, for a while on the contracted side. I mean, you're talking 6 months higher. Again, not a lot of freight being shipped out, but what is being shipped out is getting rejected by so many more, creating more freight going to the contracted carriers, right, giving you more opportunity to say yes, raising up that contracted rate. Continue to ask and get that freight, especially for next week, the week after. It's a great time to get a foothold back in with your customer using your asset base. On the broker side, listen, it's speaking the same language. Look at the rates, up to $1.71, as high as $1.80. $1.71, you're almost up, 25, 20 cents a mile. Ask for the money. If you have trucks, no longer can you accept this is what we're paying right now. Why? Well, there's too many reasons why. It's including fuel's considerably down lower. So a broker, why are you paying the same thing you were paying last week, the week before, last month, when fuel in generally has gone down quite a bit? Use that to your advantage to help you get 2, 3, 10, 25 more dollars a load back into your company. As a truck side, you have the assets. Yes, the fuel market's going down, but the market still says it's in your favor. I'm telling you, am I speaking out of both sides? Absolutely, because I'm talking to two different groups. Truckers, you have right now the ability to ask for what you want. It doesn't mean you're going to get it. You're going to hear a lot of no's. But don't accept what you got January 1. Don't accept what you got in December. Ask for more money. You will get it. That's the freight in review. Basically, here you go. Truckers, ask for more freight, accept more freight. Customer service, sales, don't be afraid to go out to there and get it today. They're listening to you. Brokers, don't sit back and just continue to pay out more margins. Reduce that as little as you can. Use this time to talk to your carriers to get more capacity for next week, the week after. Use the time, the slow time, to build your network up a little bit more. This is Rick. We will see you later. Have a good day.